All right, so today I'm going to give you some pointers on adventure photography and take you through a sample hiking photo shoot real quick. So adventure photography in this class is about getting on an adventure, something you already do or something you're willing to do, along with people that already know the sport. Makes it a lot easier, you'll know the better images to shoot, and you'll be able to be safe. This particular image was shot by an iPhone from the runner, Austin, and just set up with his own tripod and a timer. Most of the rest of these, though, are all planned shoots. Notice composition still plays into it, where you place the runner, where you have trails, where you have leading lines. All of those things make a difference. Also, the complexity of the trail or the place that they're at always makes a much more interesting image. Also, if you have different weather elements involved, whether it's snow, sleet, rain, beautiful blue skies, or cloudy overcast lighting, will change the look and feel of the image and also change the gear that you need to take. So you do want to always consider what the person is wearing and put them in appropriate clothing, both for temperature as well as so that they stand out against the elements. And then don't forget, think about those trails. If it's just a plain gravel trail that's just kind of blah, the image will look that way too. So imagine what other viewers want to connect with, especially for this first hiking assignment. One last image here on the road, not near as exciting as when you get into single track. So I've set up a scenario where I spent just a little bit of time with people in my COVID bubble. So again, it's my son Austin, his dog Ryder. We only spent about 20 minutes out on the urban trail system due to some COVID concerns and getting tested. But the regular Flagstaff urban trail system's pretty wide and gravelly. We found a single track that came off of this. That's what those previous videos were. And I tried to find a nice curve in the trail and had he and his dog come towards us. You do have to worry about the talent. Will they behave? Will they look at you? And then also, as you start to grab that image, you might get a good image of the models, but the tree in the middle is a problem. So you really want to avoid all unnecessary distractions. You want to get the right exposure. So now the light changed just a little bit, and I turned and looked the other direction, and I loved the solid view of the trees in the background. So I don't have a really nice curve, but I have a really nice full background that with a longer focal length and a shallow depth of field really compressed. So now it's a matter of just getting that right example of footing and placement of both the model and the dog. And then before long, I decided to go ahead and add a little bit of fill flash just to see if I could fill in a little bit on the right side of the frame there. And here we have, oh, not quite, there we go. So here we are with off-camera flash, just set it off of the ground. And then again, you have to worry about your model. Is the dog going to behave properly for you? I asked the model, Austin, just to look off to the left just slightly as he approached where that flash would go. And if this can be done in about 15-20 minutes, if you could take a little bit more time, you'd have some really great images. Again, adventure is about capturing those images while you're out on location doing something fun. So here's a few more from that rock climbing trip last month. And then I have a couple other example images that were used for either cover magazines or advertisements in Arizona highways, things that I shot. So this was on a gold panning trip up in Alaska, summer of 2008. Ended up on the cover of the Gold Prospectors magazine. Notice they flipped the image. And so they'll kind of do what they need to do to make that best shot. This next one is, it was in the recent September 2020 Arizona Highways magazine. And although I shot it horizontal, they responded to me and said, hey, our graphic designers had filled in the sky. We'd like to run it as a vertical piece. And so that was in the September magazine. And then here we have yet another one. This was just shot on a photo workshop. One of our participants was up high at Horseshoe Bend, and I just captured the frame. And again, this was on a private workshop, myself and one other person at Watson Lake in winter. Good luck.